A review of this image just shows a truss attached to the ceiling. The truss itself will be used to suspend lights, and these lights will be used during the performance. In Autodesk Inventor, I created the truss in Frame Generator, and here you can see it suspended above that small center stage. The truss itself, as I said, was created in Frame Generator, using a sketch and then creating the frame. This is the part file that I used. Let's move the end of part up to the first sketch and turn on dimension visibility. A review of the sketch shows it's approximately 40 inches between the main components, and I've applied some angular dimensions as well. Moving end of part down, the next sketch was created by mirroring around a work plane, the third sketch by copying and pasting and then moving into the correct location. And here we see the completed frame that I'll be using in Frame Generator. This is the finished frame and uses both circular and square components. In the browser we can see those components. They are 2 inches by 0.218 and 2 by 2. Let me show you how I created the frame. Going back to an example of these sketches, I can go to the Design tab and then Insert Frame. Under Frame Member Selection I chose NC, Pipe, 2 times 0.218 and Mild Steel. The length of the truss is where these round profiles are used, so I simply select the sketch item. Then click on OK a couple of times, and that creates the parts within the truss. And here we see them in the browser. To complete one end, I'm going to go back to inserting a frame, but this time I'm going to change the family. It's going to be tube. And the size is going to be 2 by 2 by a quarter. Select the lines that I want. So these are on the end. I'm going to show you a couple of angled ones as well. Click OK a couple of times. And again, those parts are added to the browser. Now if we look at this, it looks pretty good, but in fact those go right into that circular tube, and it's a little more obvious on the end. Within Frame Generator I can select from End Treatments. In this case I'm going to apply a miter. I'm going to put in a small gap of 0.125 inches to allow for welding, and then select the 2 frame members involved in the miter. Click Apply, and I'm going to go around the end of the frame and do this for the other 3 corners. This is a pretty straightforward process, and we're going to see there are many more end treatments available. And to the last corner. And as we're doing that, we can see that the round tube is incorrect. We're going to have to do something with that. I'm going to change the view of the truss and then zoom into one of the corners. And here we can see one of the round tubes that's just incorrect. So the end treatment I'm going to select this time is Trim Extend. Select the tube, and the face that I want to extend to is selected. And click OK. And you can see now that it shortens up, and that's correct. I would continue with that workflow and finish off the truss.